Exploring the hidden gems from the heart of India, we left Khajuraho early in the morning, passing through the jungles of Panna Tiger Reserve to explore a fortress city in the Bundelkhand region of central India, located in Banda district of Uttar Pradesh state, 110 kilometers from the temple city and World Heritage Site of Khajuraho. The fortress is strategically located on an isolated rocky hill at the end of the Vindhya Range, at an elevation of 367 meters and overlooks the plains of Bundelkhand. It served several dynasties, including the Guptas, Chandelas, Solankis, Mughals, and finally the Marathas. The fortress contains several temples dating as far back as the Gupta dynasty of the 3rd to 5th centuries. Welcome to another vlog, another place, a new day. We are in central India and exploring one of the unexplored hidden gems of central India. We are in the fort of KALINJAR. It is believed that on this hill, Lord Shiva overcame Kal, death, and therefore he was named Kalinjar, the one who overcame death. This place finds its references as a holy place of shaivaits ascetics in various Hindu mythological books and Vedas. Kalinjar is a fort which is associated with the history of Khajuraho, and particularly it comes into reference in 10th and 11th century when Muhammad Ghazni, the Afghan invader, invaded India and was destroying and taking everything what he could. And in that meantime he came into central India also, and he conquered this majestic fort which was known as one of the greatest fort of central India. So we are in Kalinjar. So this is going to be something very interesting, an unexplored destination from the jewels of India. The 7 palace structures within the fort probably belong to the late Mughal period. All of them are constructed with rubble stones covered with thick layer of lime mortar. Aman Singh's palace, Rani Mahal, Chaube Mahal, Rang Mahal are few to name. A palace constructed in the middle of the fort near the water reservoir, Kot Tirth, is known as the Aman Singh Palace. It is quite interesting to note that all these structures are double-storied and constructed on a plan which rotates around a centrally located courtyard. Built of rubble stones covered with a heavy layer of lime mortar, all these palaces are decorated with cupolas, bangle roofs, dropping eaves, heavy brackets, multifoliated cusped arches, baluster columns, and oriel windows in the form of jharokas. Kalinjar has numerous man-made water reservoirs. Kot Tirth is the largest and the holiest of all. These water bodies were once surrounded by the series of temples and shrines. Today, the ruins scattered around these lakes tells us the rich heritage they once owned. This place is called Mrigdhara because basically there are few antelopes in Hindi called Mrig are designed over there on the wall, and that's how this place gets the name Mrigdhara. And as you can see on the back, it's still wet, it's all dry all around, but still at this point of year there is a water dripping out of it, and they say that this is a water which is very sacred, so this is how this place gets its name. And they say that when it's monsoons and also the winters, the flow of water is much better, it comes out like a force. So anyhow, this place is connected with some water tank up there and it gets water. So something interesting from Kalinjar Fort, the place called Mrigdhara. Venkat Bihari Temple is a beautiful example of Indo-Islamic architecture with typical Bundeli motifs. Once dedicated to Lord Vishnu, today the temple is inactive. However, it is Kalinjar's spiritual history that is still a vital living presence. A site of Shiva worship from the times of the Puranas, the cave temple of Nilkant on the western wall of the fortress has some spectacular art and is a huge draw for pilgrims. A flight of sheer steps led down to the courtyard which contained the cave. As we descended on the stairs, Lord Ganesha was watching us. We took his blessings as he is the god of fortune, and we continued. The steps went past a continuous gallery of rock carvings with sculptures of various sizes and eras jostling for space. Most are from the Chandela era, including numerous marvelously ornate Ekmukha Sivalingas, large sophisticated panels depicting fierce Bhairavas and Chamundas, and innumerable depictions of Shiva yogis, pilgrims, dancing yoginis, and votive lingams. At the southern end of the courtyard rose magnificent mandapa pillars in the Chandela style, built by Chandela rulers enclosing a homa pit. This led to the intricately carved doorway at the cave shrine, with gorgeous images of musicians, dancers, and deities from the Gupta era. Inside was the main lingam, a large blue stone one with airy eyes painted on it. We went on past the mandapa to a recessed pool. Opposite it, carved into the rock face, rose a colossal statue of Bhairava, all of 24 feet tall. Bearing his teeth, the deity stood in a dancing posture, his 18 arms bristling with weapons and severed heads. A garland of skulls hung around his neck as he bestrode the world, his palace erect. To his right was a smaller but equally terrifying carving of an emaciated Kali, Chamunda. If you love scrutinizing the relics of ancient India, then Kalinjar Fort is a must-visit destination for you. The beauty of this marvelous fort lies in its structural formation, and hence you can also savor the beauty of inscriptions, caves, temples, and palaces, which are all built within its walls. Apart from its history, you can also explore its green surroundings spread all across the Vindhya Range. Isn't it a perfect destination where you can learn about the history of the country amidst the relaxing aura of the Vindhya Range and its beautiful hills? So this was all from the beautiful fort of Kalinjar. I hope you liked the video. So don't forget to like and share the video, and also subscribe my channel Travelaholic Nick. Until next time, next monument, Namaste. As the sun slowly disappeared into the haze on the western horizon, it was time to return to Khajuraho. God knows, after exploring the wonders of Bundelkhand, I was left speechless. Come, visit Bundelkhand and explore the real gems of Indian medieval history. If you have an extra day in Khajuraho, Kalinjar is a must-visit place. You can club Kalinjar visit with the Panna Tiger Reserve and some amazing waterfalls in the area. A day return trip from Khajuraho to Kalinjar can add stars to your trip. Embark with me on this exploring virtual journey of the heart of India, Bundelkhand.